Hey everyone, it's Schmuckles. Today we're going to respond and analyze to a situation that actually occurred in a Mathieu Cote interview recently with Slasher Radio. I'm going to link this entire interview YouTube video in the description below. Definitely make sure to check out this video if you're interested in checking out what the new content in the future of this game is going to be looking like. Slasher Radio is actually primarily platformed on iTunes and Spotify. This is the link to their Patreon, Twitter, and Twitch stream. Definitely make sure and check out the URLs on the screen if you're interested in checking out their content. This video serves to watch and analyze how Cote responds to this question from this interview, but I can't stress enough that Slasher Radio is a primary source here, so definitely make sure and check out their content if you want to see this entire interview.
He'd be crucified if I didn't bring it up. Stranger Things.
Yeah, what about it?
Everyone's begging for Hawkins Lab and...
Okay, the way that he said, yeah, what about it there, I feel like Cote's like, I've answered this question a lot before, and maybe suggests that there's not really a new update to the situation, but let's listen on.
And just all how relevant it is now. People just want so much more of it. I guess it's kind of the same road as the Terrifier 2. It's just, what's the stance on this now as far as Dead by Daylight? Is this something that, you know, how interested are you guys in revisiting?
So this person's pretty much just trying to ask, like, is there an update to Stranger Things, or like, is there anything new, or is there anything you can say here? And this interview is actually recorded yesterday.
Have you talked to people at Netflix recently?
I've tried to.
Yeah, me too.
Wow. So Cote right there is pretty much saying, like, probably Behavior as a company has tried to reach out to Netflix and maybe no response.
That's super fair. That's super fair.
So like, it seems like as time goes on, Behavior's being a bit more open, especially with interviews like this, where Cote is kind of openly admitting, like, this was kind of on Netflix's end. Like, in fact, his response here is the most definitive thing I have ever seen from Behavior, suggesting that Netflix pulled Stranger Things out of DBD and not the other way around. This is not something that Behavior is proud of necessarily. Like, they don't want to take away content. Let's see how he responds here.
I mean, we have never wanted to remove content from the game.
Absolutely.
It's never been our plan or a business.
Right, so this is something that was not anticipated by the company.
Plan. That being said, we have talked about potentially like limited time offers for a few different things.
Limited time offers are a totally different thing, right? And Cote's just acknowledging like this idea of, you know, we're not going to always necessarily keep all the content in, because there are like seasonal skins and things like that. But this is a much different topic, obviously, like a license leaving the game.
Because that could be interesting, but that's never been the plan so far. And so it was not our decision to remove that content.
Whoa, so he straight up said it's not there. That's crazy. It was not. It was, so it's definitely on Netflix's end to remove the content. And it kind of comes down to how the contract is written. And since this, we've obviously seen interviews with Mathieu Cote where he says, like, the contracts are going to be written a certain way such that, you know, this is not going to happen again, because we're now aware of this as a possibility. It was kind of a shocking thing, I think, for Behavior.
And if we could get it back, we would be happy to.
Okay, so he's saying if we could get it back, we would be happy to. He literally just said, like, I've been trying to talk to Netflix. So to me, that would kind of suggest that all of the rumors and things surrounding Stranger Things Return to DBD have been fake. And even like maybe chapter 29 and 30 are not Stranger Things related. There's not really plans to bring the content back as of right now, which is pretty notable because we're sitting here in May, and people have been wondering, like, well, what is the status? Have they tried? Have they gotten a no? Have they gotten a response? And this seems to be the most definitive thing that we have in that regard.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's kind of my thoughts about Mathieu Cote discussing the status of Stranger Things here in May 2023. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Do you think that there's any possibility that Stranger Things could return to Dead by Daylight someday? I'm not talking necessarily even any time this year. Like, it would probably be many, many months away if that were to ever happen. We're going to see Netflix make some pretty big efforts to get the Netflix gaming off the ground, and we're going to see how successful that is, how much money they make at that, and if that's a success or a failure. That will definitely play a part in this entire picture of the Stranger Things status in DBD as time goes on. And we'll definitely follow all of this progress, and I'll let you know if there's any word of any rumors of Stranger Things actually returning. As of right now, it seems like Dead by Daylight would be happy to bring it back into the game, but Netflix does not want that to happen. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want analysis videos like this one recommended to you by YouTube. That does it for this video. Goodbye.